The background, bro.
I had to do a little feng shui in the room, give me a little bit more space.
Don't say feng shui no more.
Feng shui. I don't even know how to spell feng shui.
No. Funyuns.
Funyuns. That's what comes out when you try to spell feng shui. Funyuns. What's good, everybody? The Wood is back. 3 to 4. The fourth member of the Wood is still in question. His ink hasn't dried on his contract yet, so he may not be able to stay in this one. I don't know. It's always the young ones. Uh, but anyways, we are back for another episode, man. A lot of stuff has gone down since the last time we talked. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Wood Radio Podcast. Look us up on iTunes as well as on YouTube. Come chat it up with us live at the Wood Unsafe Space. Leave us your comments, suggestions, questions, anything you guys want to give us. And, we'll shout you out on the show.
Free Jussie.
Yeah.
Really?
Did he say free Jussie?
Yes, he did. He did.
This should ultimately confirm all faith is lost in the judicial system.
Yeah,
We don't know what we're doing.
Charges dropped for what?
because nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing
He
happened.
filed a police report.
Hey, what does that got to do with anything?
That's what happened.
Somebody actually assaulted this man and said this MAGA country. That's what happened. That's why they dropped the charge.
No.
It was just another episode of Empire. That's all it was.
He filed. What are you talking about? Nothing happened. He filed he wanted told.
Yeah, because
If nothing happened, why did he file a report?
he filed a report because he got assaulted. And then
He got beat up for being outside at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
Somebody going to get a sandwich.
Yeah.
And a noose around his neck.
And they said this is MAGA country. That's right.
You was on that. I was
Hey.
like, how's nothing happened, but he reported that something happened.
Yeah, something happened, but he didn't falsely report.
Oh yeah, they.
I mean, we know he got beat up. That's all we know. We know he got beat up. The question is why.
Basically, for all the people that's out there that's talking about like Jussie did this for a publicity stunt, this has to be top 3 worst publicity stunts ever because it absolutely did nothing.
Top 3.
Oh, it did.
Top 1.
Top one. Okay,
Maybe one is worse than this one.
Nah, this is it.
for a publicity stunt.
This is
Don't
it.
worry, I'll wait.
This is it.
I'm sure Mike Tyson did something.
No, he was for real. He was actually crazy.
He was publicity stunt.
This wasn't a publicity stunt. He just got attacked like a regular human being, you know, and hate crime.
No.
Yeah. If this was a stunt, then how come we didn't get much from Jordan?
I don't know, but you got. Wait a minute. Before we move on, Nick, you might have to put your earphones in or something.
Yeah. I don't know what he just said, but I agree with him.
It sounded like he was talking through a Taco Bell speaker.
You ain't gonna make it, bro.
Oh man, yeah. This what I meant by this was a pointless. If it was publicity stunt, it's pointless. All right, I had to put Nick on mute right there.
So yes, you're just talking to me now.
Yeah. Well, the point is this was like a pointless because I don't think it did anything to help his career.
No. There's
Like,
no
at
good
all.
can come from this other than it did. He got more exposure than he would have ever got in any other situation. More people know his name than ever before.
Yeah.
Whether it's good reasons or not, it doesn't matter. They at least know who he is.
Agree.
Nick, you back?
Y'all some haters.
What? This was not. It was a horrible stunt.
There is no proof that this man made this up. They tried to put some proof on him, he was found innocent.
The dudes that he told on are the ones that said he made it up.
Why they dropped the charges?
There wasn't enough evidence.
Because he had to slide him a little bit of that paper.
No, I don't believe that kind of stuff.
We know
judicial system.
What?
That kind of stuff is happening in judicial system.
What country are you from?
America.
America.
That's what I thought. I thought that's where you was from.
Yeah.
We know.
We have the most.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't even say it.
We don't have a crooked judicial system here in America. Everything is on the open up. Just like Justice story.
No.
OJ didn't do it.
No,
that's why Colin Kaepernick only got $10 million because everything was legit. Like
Nick had me all hyped up about Kaepernick, and this dude only walked away with $5 million of $10 million.
That's $5 million,
bruh.
He lost a lot of money.
$5 million.
He could have made more than that being a backup.
Yeah.
And not kneeling. First of all, this is what I mean by like dude, not kneeling. This was the whole thing about the kneeling. I told y'all, I was like, it didn't become about his cause. His cause, I don't feel like his cause was any further, like he furthered the movement or anything like that. I feel like he could have did that away from football and got the same results.
He tried. I mean, the reason it got twisted wasn't because of him, though.
It wasn't because of him. Yeah, it wasn't because of him. But I felt like dude, now looking back at it, I was like, you could have did this away from football and got the same results. What changed?
We did what? Just kneel? What do you want to kneel in the street?
No, like whatever he was trying, whatever cause that you're trying to bring awareness to, he could have got the same results. Because the kneeling that he did got, like you said, it had nothing to do with him, the movement being hijacked. It went from him kneeling, disrespecting the flag. It became about the flag. Then it was them against the NFL. And now it's like we just went into a full circle and all you got was $5 million. And you could have did the same thing without doing that and you could have brought awareness to your cause outside of football and not doing that.
I mean, he's still trying to bring the cause. Like, he's still talking about the same thing. It's just media took over and twisted it completely. It didn't help, we got higher figures, wearing red hats, making comments about flags. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
It got hijacked. You could have did the same thing and not have done that. Still had your job. Could have had more money to actually give to the cause.
I mean, it still got the exposure out there. It still got more exposure than it would have no matter what he did.
I feel like it would have got that exposure if he didn't do that.
No.
The only thing is he would have got more money.
Because think about it, like the reason I say would have got the same amount of exposure because what he was kneeling for wasn't being talked about anymore.
Yeah, but if he'd have went on the other way, he could have done it. The way you saying is he would went on First Take like all them other athletes and talk for a little bit and then be like, yeah, so Colin, what else you got going on the side? Yeah, we're gonna have a little protest here downtown Ferguson. That's good, Colin. All right, next segment. That's exactly what would have happened. You would not have heard nothing else about it.
We ain't hearing nothing about it now. Is what I'm saying. It's like the whole point of him kneeling was for us to have awareness for that. We don't have awareness
right now. Are we talking about it right now?
We're talking about it now because we know what the cause was.
I know, but if he'd have done it the way I just said it, would we still be talking about it right now? No, we would not. No.
The only reason that we're talking about it because we understand that. We know what it is. We know what it is. Come on, man.
A lot of people still understand what it was. A lot of
so
people
you telling me
understand what it was.
So you telling me if as much of a following he has on social media, if he would just went hard on that, he wouldn't have got the same results?
No.
Because this is social media driven.
Put it this way: if you wear a Colin Kaepernick jersey to work right now, are people gonna be looking at you some kind of way?
They wouldn't look at me anyway. I don't work with anybody like that.
I'm just saying, you walk around the street in a Colin Kaepernick jersey, people are gonna look at you in a certain type of way.
But why are they doing it that way? is the question. Is it because he supports the police brutality
They're gonna know that they're gonna know that
they're not gonna say that at all.
I promise you they're gonna know
they're not gonna say anything about police brutality. You're fooling yourself if you think they're gonna say anything about police brutality. If I got a Colin Kaepernick jersey on, bet money they will say something about that flag. They'll say you're disrespect. Like, I don't want this dude in the league. It's gonna be something about the NFL, the flag, military. It's not going to be anything about police brutality when you see a Colin Kaepernick.
You're talking about a certain type of people. Now, I'm
exactly.
on a mission.
You are too. That's what Nick is. You're telling me if I wear a jersey that says Colin Kaepernick on it, you're telling me it's going to be certain people that's going to react to it.
Yeah.
But every single black person that you walk by is going to think about police brutality. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Now I make sure every time I see somebody, I give them a high five, shake their hand, and something, and put a fist up like this and say police brutality, like something.
Yeah, and they would not have done that otherwise. If he'd have done it the way you're talking about right now, it would have been forgotten a year and a half ago.
But you're making my point. Black people have always known this. Why are you making black people aware? The whole point was to make other people aware.
We ain't been saying nothing about it though. I mean, we said stuff, but we ain't really said stuff.
Black people been screaming this since before Rodney King. Dude, come on now.
It's never been a bigger topic than it was during this time, ever.
I mean, Rodney King was pretty big.
Jackson, you taking the L.
They didn't even have social media back then.
They had video. Everybody saw Rodney King. We weren't even that old and we saw Rodney King. What was that, 92?
I didn't really see Rodney King. I heard about it later on when I was older. But yeah, I was like 6. I didn't think nothing about that.
No,
he ain't got nothing to do with this now.
No, my whole point was that he was making this protest to make everyone aware of it. Black people already knew this.
He made it very aware for the first 5 minutes.
Hey, they were still talking about it on CNN. They were still talking about it on MSN.
Until when?
Till probably when he got his lawsuit money. I'm sure they brought it up again. And if they'd have done it the way that you're talking about, would have never been brought up again.
Yeah, I'm not saying going through like main media outlets, because we know what the main media is gonna do. I'm just saying use your own platform to. I feel like he would have got the same results because people aren't talking about that. It got hijacked as soon as he did it.
What makes a demonstration the most powerful? Do you want it to be in a comfortable situation or when you start making folks uncomfortable?
I said I never had a problem with what he did, dude. That's y'all.
I didn't say you had a problem with what he did. I'm saying what makes it the most effective. When you're gonna demonstrate in front of somebody's job, or when you're gonna demonstrate on the side of the street with a sign up. Which one is gonna make folks most uncomfortable, and which one is gonna make people see it?
I understand that, making it uncomfortable.
That's the only way anybody's gonna notice.
But if it gets hijacked, what was it then? It got hijacked.
Are you still talking about it right now?
Dude, we know this. We're black.
Okay. Is Skip Bayless still talking about it? Skip Bayless.
I have not heard Skip say anything about this.
I heard Skip talk about it this week.
That's because it made headlines. That's the only reason we talking about it.
That's the point. It made headlines.
No, I'm talking about the fact that he got $10 million out of this. That's the only reason they're talking about that. They weren't talking about it before that.
Right. That came back up.
It just got brought back up because of the lawsuit.
But it's brought up. The whole point is it's brought up. The message got put across.
What was brought up? Was police brutality spoken
yes.
of? I know Skip would say that, but main media.
Skip is main media. How much main media?
I'm not talking about sports outlets, man. We know what all these sports outlets are going to say. Tell me where CNN, HLN, Fox News, whatever news outlet did they
Fox
say?
News is not going to bring that up.
I'm just saying whatever news outlets. Don't give me sports.
I told you CNN and MSN have brought it up multiple times.
For 2 years, every single time a game was played, they were watching to see who was going to kneel and who wasn't. For 2 years.
Yes.
And so it was brought up every game.
I didn't hear anything saying police brutality.
Oh, please.
It's about the flag. It's always been about the flag, disrespecting the flag, disrespecting military, active duty military, veterans or whatever like that. It got hijacked, is what I'm saying.
But there was no bigger impact he could have made outside of football. If he wasn't doing nothing inside of football with that main stage, you can't top that.
I understand that was the impact that he had, but I felt like the cause got hijacked.
It did.
I felt like he could
the real reason still got out there more than it ever would have.
I don't know about that. Not with social media. To me, I feel like with social media these days, I think he still would have had the same results.
So you think if he'd have made a YouTube channel as opposed to an NFL football game, you're
not, what I'm saying is if the cause doesn't get hijacked by the main media like it did, and they change the narrative,
they still can.
I mean, what I'm saying, he's also another person that's not out there talking like that either. So it's like everybody's, it's like other people talking for him, and I just felt like it could have been the same. He could have made the same impact, like as far as results wise. Like I understand the NFL big stage, that's great. I don't have any problem with what he did. I just hate the fact that it got hijacked, and I felt like in the end, when you just walk away with $5 million, like you sacrificed your livelihood. Like I felt like you could have did the same thing and kept your job. I mean, like you could have did the same. It could have got the same results.
We didn't think he was gonna get a dime. So, looking at it from that perspective, I mean, $5 million. I'm surprised they paid him anything.
Yeah,
basically to go away.
Because if the NFL actually like had something or was like completely clean, they wouldn't have paid him nothing. Because all that would have done was embarrassed him.
Right.
If he did that collusion case and he didn't have nothing at all, they wouldn't have paid him. They just embarrassed him and they would have buried him in the ground.
And like I said before, when they said he settled before we knew the amount, I was like, dude, if you got the NFL in a corner, like take them out. If you got them dead to rights, take them out. And now that I see that you only walked away with that, I was like, dude, I would have took them all the way to whatever court I needed to take them to. That's just how I was just viewing it. I was like,
dude, unless you don't want the money to overshadow the cause, which is what you keep saying.
But that's what the settlement did.
Did it?
Nah, it didn't do that.
As soon as you settled, that means I stopped fighting.
Well, we'll see.
I've always said that his job and his activism was two separate things.
But he did the activism at his job.
All he did was take a knee.
It was still a form of activism, man.
All he did was take a knee.
Just like you said, the activism and your job should be separate. I just don't feel like you can profit from being an activist.
Well, he wasn't trying to profit.
He wasn't trying to profit, but now you're mixing in your job, your livelihood with that, and you're trying to make them coexist. You can't coexist with that. But he did that by kneeling at work. I need to see Nick kneel at work.
Well, they don't play no Pledge of Allegiance. But I'm not the most patriotic of people, so.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
You're good.
I say, hey man, I never had a problem with what he did, man. But shoot, $5 million.
I mean, he went after them like he was actually gonna do something. That's the part that messed him up. It almost seemed like you should have just left it alone if that was the case.
Nah.
Like, I mean, you keep talking about $5 million like it's nothing. That's $5 million
when he could have made double that.
Playing. But he didn't because he didn't get to play.
What was his contract though?
Huh?
I said, what was his contract when he got let go?
He opted out of that contract because I think he thought it was gonna get re-signed or something like that.
Yeah, he probably should. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. Looking back now, he probably should have done that.
Well, he opted out. That was a bad choice.
Yeah, that was a bad move. Bad business decision.
Yeah.
now it looked like you opted out for $5 million. Like that wasn't.
He needs a buyer's agent.
Dude, I was like $5 million. I was like that. You mean like $10 million, and I gotta split it.
But how much did he make off that Nike campaign though?
Well, I don't know what he made off of that. That could be something else.
Yeah, he might have got breaded on that to where it was like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I know his Nike stock dropped after that, and the show was a good time to buy.
Best time to buy when that stock dropped, baby.
I need Colin to get on that thing one more time, buy a little bit more.
Right.
Nah, it ain't gonna be like that first impact. That first one, you gotta catch it on the first one.
Yeah, maybe they'll put somebody else controversial on there.
You just need somebody that's already on there to like mess up. LeBron mess up, that stock going down.
Yeah, but I can't see LeBron made it too long without messing up.
Hey, he gonna come out with one of them side babies. Hey, that's the best time to buy that Nike stock.
Yeah, but normally that stuff don't come out though. Normally they just pay him off and then
I don't know. D-Wade's came out.
Hey, I didn't know nothing about that. See, so you just brought that to my attention. And then, hey, how long would Dwight Howard have a baby before everybody found out? He had a baby.
Dwight Howard got like 8 kids.
Yeah, he got a bunch.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that first one with that Orlando cheerleader.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know he had one by.
Yeah, that was his first one. I didn't know about that for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, somebody will mess up, man. Don't worry.
I need like one of them Tiger Woods types to that type of publicity to come out.
The only person I could think of is LeBron because he's like the biggest person on Nike right now.
Well, let's say just like put Tyreek Hill in a commercial or something.
It ain't the same. That ain't LeBron. You can't. LeBron's more of like a world type figure.
Yeah,
that's what Tiger Woods was.
But I wouldn't consider Colin Kaepernick a world type.
He's not.
No.
But what he did and everything, that was a big impact.
Well, he is now. You know.
Well, he's an American type figure. I wouldn't go so far as world, but
he's an American icon for taking a knee.
I will give him this. I think about 20 or 30 years from now, looking back, he'll be on the right side of history.
Yes. He will have a statue.
I don't want to go that far.
He won't go here have a statue.
I won't go that far, but I do think he probably will be written about in history books and he'll be on the right side of history. I'll give him that.
I don't think it was long enough.
I mean, if Rosa Parks, we still talking about her. He sat on the back of the bus.
Because when I
so how long does they peak gotta be for them to be in the activist hall of fame?
Right.
Let's hear this one.
Because I keep hearing comparisons to Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali, he lost a lot of his prime for a long time before he went back to boxing. Years went by.
I couldn't put him on that level.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like trying to think because the Colin Kaepernick thing, I was like, was it that long or?
He wasn't a big enough figure for that.
Yeah, and he wasn't on that level on the sport either. You know,
that would take like a LeBron to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tiger, when Tiger Woods fell off, like that was a big fall.
That was a mental breakdown. No, that didn't have nothing to do with no physical or no civil rights activism or nothing. He just was.
Well, I'm just talking. I'm just talking in terms of impact of that athlete. Like Tiger Woods going down, that was a big blow. Like he dropped all. Dude was like a billionaire almost.
Yeah,
and he lost all those. He lost all those endorsements. I think Nike was the only one that stayed with him.
I think everybody else was pissed off too because all the PGA tours, all them tournaments was making way more money when Tiger was good.
They all lost.
I was like, God dang, Tiger.
I think they were kind of like happy mad. I hate that we
mad. We talking about bread now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I want this dude winning all these things, but I also want all this money coming in for this. Yeah. Like happy mad.
I mean, do you want to be like first place makes $5 million or second place makes $10 million? Give me my second place.
Right. I know all the golfers were happy at that time.
It's like, we got a chance to win one.
They took over. They ain't never let him back in.
Tiger Woods cannot get back into that, and he can't get back into that groove, man. I don't think he's ever gonna come back.
I mean, I think it's kind of late now.
I wanted
somebody did tell me that Tiger messed his body up when he started trying to train for to be a Navy SEAL or something crazy.
How did he try to do that?
Because his pops was in the military and wanted to do something like that, so he started training with Navy SEALs and jacked up his back and his knee and all this other stuff. And that's how he actually broke his body down. Which
his body been jacked up ever since.
Idiotic to me, but whatever.
I mean, I guess downfall I've ever seen in sports history.
I mean, I guess if you are already the greatest of all time at golf, and it's like, I can't really do nothing else.
Got nothing else.
Yeah, it's like I done already won everything, so whatever.
But his fall, he was still at his peak, like
kind of like T-Mac.
Say, man.
Such a hater.
Bruh, get off of T-Mac. Leave him alone. He's an all-time great.
And a Hall of Famer.
Oh, man. They just left the back door open. That's all.
First ballot.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
There wasn't nobody else going in that year.
Because nobody else was good enough.
Yeah, he was the only dominant person there.
That's how exclusive.
Who was in that class? Him, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Del Curry.
He ain't that old.
Larry Johnson. I'm just naming all Charlotte Hornets now.
Yeah. Going down. All of them should be Hall of Famers.
So y'all think R.Kelly's gonna call Smollett's lawyers?
Hey, he needs to.
Yeah.
R.Kelly need to leave the country. I don't think they letting him, but
no,
he can't. He's indicted.
That's the only place he can make money is outside of the country.
Well, they're gonna make sure he good and broke. You're right there where they can touch him.
Dang,
they're just gonna keep bringing him back for different charges until he can't bail himself out.
He always gonna have somebody come through with some money though. I done kind of could jump to that conclusion already.
They're gonna keep bringing him back like OJ.
Always gonna be that random lady with that little rag on with some glasses that come up with a bag of money. Ooh, drop it off. Where'd you come from?
Speaking of, that's who's been like under the radar. He just the fallback award of the year is probably gonna go to OJ since he's been out of prison. Ain't heard nothing from OJ.
He should have done that the first time.
Right. He should have left the country after the first time he got off.
Yes, that's who should have left the country.
OJ said, I am not messing with y'all anymore. I'm out.
No,
y'all keep all the memorabilia.
He shouldn't have been speeding. He shouldn't have been jaywalking. He shouldn't have been doing nothing.
He should have been in disguise somewhere.
OJ said, y'all could keep all that memorabilia.
He too old now. How old is OJ?
Shoot,
he got to be like 60-something, 70s or something like that.
I think 60-something. He should have just, after that first time, he should have just went on to Africa. Built him a nice little McMansion out there and just chill.
I think it's
blended in.
I think it's pension in Florida.
His pension in Florida?
Yeah, NFL pension. I thought I heard he was getting like $300,000 a year or something.
He might be. He could the check account still work.
Dang. Nick with that. I don't know what's going on with that mic. Hold on. Try it again. See if it'll unmute you.
No.
It sounds horrible. See if it'll try it again. Are you too close to it?
Get you a plug-in mic.
But anyways, hey, did y'all see that injury to that Portland Trailblazer player? What's his Jokic?
Yeah. That's what his leg sounded like.
I was like, man, it just seemed,
he's done.
It just looked like his leg was like a toothpick.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of that Paul George injury.
Yeah.
He snapped his leg. It's going to take a while for him to come back. He a big dude, ain't he?
Yeah. I thought he was like one of their 4s or 5s or something like that.
Yeah, you know, they wait. Bruh.
You might have to undo your Bluetooth and hook it back up. Yeah, I don't know, man, but that injury was something serious, and I was like, dude, I couldn't even look at. I try not to look at stuff like that because I've had injuries. Like I broke my tibia before, and I was like, even though it's happened to me before, I don't want to see it. You know, I don't want to see. I don't want to see nobody else.
No matter how many times it's happened to you, you don't want to see it.
Then I'm like, dude, I'll get that butterfly feeling in my stomach when they say, "Oh, this is pretty graphic." I was like, do I want to see it? And I end up watching it, but I was like, turn away real quick.
I turned it. I turned it this time. I've watched the last few injuries and be like, you know what? I wish I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't want to see the Victor Oladipo injury either. I think they say it was like he tore his quad or something like that.
Yeah, it looked bad.
I didn't want to see that either. I was like, I'm scrolling Instagram.
Was it worse than Allen Hearns?
Allen Hearns. It was like Allen Hearns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on his quad was worse than Allen Hearns. His leg was like.
No, he's talking. That's Oladipo.
Oh, that was Oladipo. We're talking Joe. Did you see that on social media?
I didn't want to see it after they're like it's real graphic. I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's real graphic. It looked like his leg just collapsed like a toothpick.
Yeah. It was a lot like the Allen Hearns.
Yeah, it was like
Allen Hearns. They showed it in slow motion though, and like that, it looked like it broke twice. Like you thought it was already snapped, and then it snapped all.
Kind of like Sean Livingston.
Nah, that was Sean Livingston was at the knee.
Yeah, and then just like he landed, and it just
went the wrong way. That was at the knee. Djokovic, that was an obvious broken leg. That was broken leg. It was lower than the knee, but higher than the ankle. It was right there at that tibia. Allen Hearns, that was a force break right there. Like it was a force of that tackle. Yeah, that brought him down. Djokovic, it wasn't nothing touching him. He just jumped up, came down, that leg collapsed. Like, toothpick.
I was like, no milk, man.
You see a lot of that with the big dudes, like that weight, that pressure coming down all the time.
That's dude. I don't want to wish injury on anybody. The only thing that scares me about Zion Williamson is how he's so big and he jumps so high. He's so athletic for somebody that big. Your joints don't grow.
No,
like, you can't build muscle. You can't build muscle there.
He better be injecting them knees with something because
I think he's gonna be nice till by 28.
You think he's gonna be out?
Yeah.
How long did Charles Barkley last? But Charles Barkley changed his game. He evolved.
Yeah, he changed his game.
He started playing real low.
But I think that's what Zion Williamson can do. I compare him more to Charles Barkley than anybody else.
I mean, you see what Blake Griffin is doing.
It took him so long.
He created a shot now.
It took so long. He's been in the league for over 10 years.
I don't know why you keep hating on Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is good, bro.
Dude, I'm only reason I hating is because it took so long. You should have already had this developed over 10 years.
He didn't have to do that.
You do have to do that.
And when he had to do it, he did it.
And ain't got to shoot outside. You doing something right.
I don't like that.
To your strengths.
I need him to be a little like his player development didn't start to like year 10.
When his athleticism started going, then he just got nice in other areas. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you do. You evolve.
I actually like the way Amari Stoudemire did it before. Like he did it maybe year 4, year 5 when he started developing his jump shot.
No, he didn't have no choice. He played with a team full of shooters. If you want the ball, you better learn how to shoot.
Because he was straight dunking with Phoenix. That's all he was doing.
So again, when he had to, then he did it.
I feel like that's on coaching and your player development personnel. Like you should be developing that player. If I guarantee you, if Blake Griffin had like a consistent jump shot before now, LA would have never traded him. He would have been a serious franchise player.
I think they just broke up the whole team. Like they don't think
did.
But that would be your cornerstone. The dude can shoot. If he can shoot.
But like when you have a Chris Paul, you want Blake Griffin going to the goal every single time.
Yeah,
you don't want him stepping back.
No.
You got other people on the team for that. Like that ain't what your strength.
That's why you got JJ Redick out there.
Right.
Yeah, your first good move was getting Chris Paul out of there. He don't win nowhere.
But they'll be in the Western Conference Finals.
Maybe.
Just like he was anywhere else.
Well,
no.
If Jokic got hurt,
he only made it to one Western Conference Finals, and that was last year.
That's true.
That's true. Because they had to go through them to get there. But
he can't win. Chris Paul ain't winning nothing, man.
Chris Paul seems to always have epic collapses.
It's because of him.
I don't know.
I think last year he did get hurt.
He's been hurt a lot.
James Harden is a perennial collapser also.
Yeah. I think they run out of gas, man. They can't get over that hump.
Like you just put two people that can't get over the hump together is all you did in Houston.
Thought we could get over the hump together.
Yeah, you might as well just
put them together so they can finally just like, now we got it. I don't have to do everything. I can at least have somebody pass me the ball now.
So and we can all get blamed for not getting over the hump.
That's not fair when you got to go against teams like Golden State every single time. Like, yeah, it's an epic collapse because you're playing against the best team you can possibly play.
LeBron beat him.
Who?
LeBron.
Exactly. You just named the greatest player in the game. Oh,
you just named the best player ever.
LeBron beat him. I'm just saying they can be beat. That's all I'm saying. So all they need to do is put Melo on there, and you have like the can't get over the hump all-stars.
Hey, I'm about to give y'all something that's very unpopular. It's gonna be an unpopular statement, and I love Michael Jordan. I honestly, in my heart, feel like he would have lost to the Houston Rockets if he would still been in the league. I don't know why I feel like that. I just feel like, and I love Jordan, man. I'm a Jordan fan. Are you talking about
this year's Houston Rockets?
No, I'm talking about when they were playing in the 90s. You know, yeah, the 2 years that he wasn't playing. That was the 2 seasons that the Rockets had won. I feel like Jordan would have lost at least to one of those Rockets teams. It might be unpopular, and nobody wants their hero to go down.
Jordan doesn't lose finals, sir.
I mean, there's no evidence to support this statement.
It's no evidence. I just said I feel in my heart of hearts, I feel like the Houston Rockets was a better all-around team.
So you have no statistical data to back up your statement?
No, none whatsoever. This is just purely.
It's irrelevant.
This is purely me giving you unpopular opinion. I feel like the Houston Rockets team was better than the Bulls team, and Jordan left at the right time.
And also, Jordan would have made it. He wouldn't have deserved to go to Hall of Fame because he lost to them during that time.
Oh, he still goes to the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't know, because that breaks up that gap that you made of this 8 straight years of awesomeness.
It ain't my fault that he had a gambling problem. He was gonna get suspended, and they just tried to throw his base. What?
Those are all rumors.
Oh, I thought this was a known thing. I thought
they are rumors. Never been busted or indicted on any of those things.
Nothing. He wanted to go play baseball. He wanted to honor his father.
Y'all are very naive about what's going on in this country.
How was he gonna make Space Jam if he didn't leave and come back?
Yeah, he had to go shoot. He had to go shoot movies, man.
He had to go shoot one of the worst acting debuts ever. That's why he.
Space Jam is a classic. Tell me, Space Jam ain't a classic.
It's a classic.
It's a good movie, but he was a horrible actor.
He's a basketball player. He ain't supposed to be a good actor. Still a classic.
Classic.
That's like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. You just watch it anyway.
Yeah.
So He Got Game wasn't good?
He Got Game is the best movie on earth.
Oh my gosh.
Basketball player.
Well, I'm a basketball player at heart, so I can't say Space Jam is not a classic, but I can say Michael Jordan was a horrible actor.
Blasphemy.
Ray Allen was a better actor than Michael Jordan.
I mean, his name was Jesus.
Exactly. Better. He was better than Jordan.
It's because it had Denzel in there. He had a co-star of Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Bill Murray.
He was the only other real actor.
Come on, bro.
There was a bunch of basketball players.
He had the Looney Tunes squad. Come on.
He had Bill Murray, Bugs Bunny. And
Bugs Bunny is a Hall of Famer.
What?
Hall of Famer cartoons.
Come on, man.
Cartoon Hall of Famer.
So, like I said, your boy Ray Allen had real actors in his movie.
Whose fault is that?
Not Jordan.
Out of UConn.
It's never Jordan's fault.
It's never Jordan's fault.
Never Jordan's fault.
Hey,
I will say though, for my GOAT, I got LeBron and then MJ. I will say
that. LeBron over MJ?
I got LeBron.
I just can't say it.
Well, that's because Nick is always counting off the floor too.
I count totality, baby.
Yeah, he counts.
If your skill level is like right here, then I gotta have something to break that tie.
If
So
you're talking about off the court stuff, then there's no comparison.
But I don't believe there's a comparison there. But like we always talking basketball though, you got to talk basketball.
Yeah, but basketball, you splitting hairs at that point.
Exactly. That's why it's always been a good debate.
So I got to get something to break the tie.
I still got Kareem up there, man.
Oh God!
You can have him up there.
He got 6 rings too, 6 MVPs.
Cool. He's just looking up Bill Russell people.
Now Bill Russell got like 11.
Yeah, he got like 11. So no.
But he ain't got 11 MVPs.
He got like 6.
Kareem got 6 rings, 6 MVPs. All-time leading scorer, no 3-pointers.
That's why.
He played till he was 50.
He played till he was 50.
All he did was dunk. He had no competition.
Kareem had the most unstoppable move in the game.
Against 5'8" players.
Hey, man, he was playing against Bill Walton.
Right.
He played against Wilt.
Wilt didn't get a chance to do nothing.
Kareem.
Who was on Kareem's team? Everybody.
No, that was towards the end of his career. Milwaukee, he was a beast. Milwaukee, he was a beast.
How many rings did he get in Milwaukee?
I don't know. One on every level. High school, college. I think he got like 3 or 4 national championships.
He was always the biggest person. All he did was dunk.
That ain't his fault.
If we go down the court, they gave the ball to Shaq 50 times a game. I bet you he would have won. He would have been the all-time leading scorer of all time. Like, it wouldn't even be close. If they literally just gave him the ball every time.
Kareem, Lou Alcindor. And nobody's even close to that all-time leading scorer.
So
LeBron still got a chance.
LeBron would have to average 20 for like the next 5 years to get there.
Very well could.
Very well could.
I don't know. Now you keep taking these games off and resting.
No, I mean, there's no point to play right now.
Do it this year.
Yeah, go do it this year.
Really, no point to play right now.
Oh man,
I wouldn't let him play no matter how much he begged. He's like, nah, bro, I'm sorry.
Dude, speaking of the Lakers, did y'all see where Lonzo got rid of fired the co-founder of BBB?
Surprised.
How he gonna fire the co-founder?
He was stealing money.
He's stealing money, man, embezzling or something like that. Well, allegedly,
well, money was missing. They don't
1.5 million. Missing.
Oh dang, that's a lot of money.
I think I this is just me as like a ball player and like sneakerhead. I think Lonzo was looking for a way out the whole time, and this was a good way out. And
he should have been looking for that from day one.
Yeah, and I think he saw the writings on the wall. He kept turning his ankles, man. I'm like, dude, it's your shoes, bruh. It's your shoes why you keep turning your ankles. Those BBB shoes are not good for your ankles. I don't care how much you get them taped up. Like, I didn't see him turn his ankles like that in college. Like, dude,
you got a pair of them back there?
I thought about getting a pair of BBBs, but
I would have clowned you so hard.
But when I wanted a pair when they first started coming out, but I was like, dude, they cost $500. I was like, nah, I'm not buying.
They might be classics. Might be classics one day.
Nah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm not going to pair, but
it's different if you got other athletes on your payroll, where you sponsor other athletes. Your only athlete was Lonzo. And he's always hurt in these shoes. That's not helping your brand.
And Melo, all them brothers he got.
No, you need an NBA player. Like, I'm not looking up to no high school player. I'm not looking up to no college thief that stole some sunglasses.
What veteran player is going to turn around and wear some Alonzo?
Exactly. That's why would I buy some? I can't get any of these veteran players to buy into that.
Lonzo might be the next J Kidd, man. You never know.
He gonna have to get out of them shoes to be that, because he can't stay on the court. He keep turning like, get this man some Nikes. Why are we playing around?
Under Armour.
He saw what happened to Zion.
You see, Zion got some special shoes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made him some little tanks.
Shoes, though.
They did exactly what I told y'all he should have did from jump.
Gonna be customized.
They customized. He still got a guard shoe, but they customized the guard shoe for him, which he really, in actuality, needed a pair of LeBrons. Something that's built for somebody that big.
Apparently, Kyrie went to Duke.
Yeah, I know
they know what they're doing.
They trying to stay with that, but they ended up probably using the same material they used the LeBrons to put in them Kyrie shoes for his dude.
With some metal.
some
Teflon in there, like.
Does anybody else besides Steph Curry wear ankle braces in the league? Like, he's the only person I've seen with the ankle braces on.
Well, he's had them reconstructed about 4 times a piece, so
yeah,
kind of got to do that.
I used to think
it's like his mask.
Like, I thought it was. I used to think it was against the rules because I used to see players in college and high school wear them, and then when they got to the NBA, I ain't seeing wearing them no more.
Right.
I was like, is the tape job that good, or they can't wear ankle braces on in the league?
I wore ankle braces on both ankles every game.
Yeah, I started wearing them. I wore them my senior year. I wore ankle braces, and then in college I wore ankle braces too.
No, you wore football gear when you went out there.
Yeah.
My mom made me wear knee pads, bro.
Bro,
you remember that? You had knee pads, elbow pads.
I didn't have nothing on my arms. I didn't have nothing on
ankle braces.
I had ankle braces. My mom made me wear knee pads, and then I stopped wearing them when I got to varsity.
Didn't you have one of them helmets too?
No, I didn't have no helmets.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Motorcycle helmets.
I ended up like toward the second half of our senior year, I had to wear a mouthpiece because Eric had knocked out my tooth one time.
Oh Lord!
I remember E, rest in peace, E, man. He drove past me because I played horrible defense.
You did.
And his elbow went back and elbowed me in the mouth, and my tooth was loose, and I thought it was okay. And then it started turning colors, and it was like, oh yeah, he killed that root. So I had to get that.
Killed the root.
Yeah, when it started, like when you get hit in the mouth and your tooth is loose, the dentist told me to wait for a little bit and see if it starts to change colors and it doesn't look like the rest of your tooth. That means the root killed the nerve, basically.
And this is a dentist? He couldn't tell you that before? Like,
nah. Because, it's
he
all...
sent you home to wait to see what color changed?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad dentist.
Well, you got to wait for the swelling to go down and stuff like that. You can't do anything at that point. Because you don't know. How do you know that
they can't set it or something? In
I'm just saying, like, it's wiggling and it's loose, and it ain't supposed to be.
Yeah, it's loose, but... Like, I think it was so long ago. Like, they were telling me something like you have to see if that root or nerve is dead first before you do anything with that tooth, because that tooth can actually if the nerves or the root or whatever is not dead, it'll strengthen itself back up and your tooth will be fine. But if it doesn't or something like that. But I don't know, man. I just know I ended up getting my tooth replaced. and didn't nobody know that I went a whole week with like not a real tooth in my mouth. So
you ain't had no real friends.
Just y'all the only people I knew.
Hey,
y'all didn't know.
First I heard of it.
Yeah, y'all didn't know, man. I was like, I ain't telling nobody this. You know how you go through something at school, you was like, I ain't telling nobody this.
That's the one thing you're not doing?
Yes.
Right.
Your tooth?
I'm walking around with a
fake tooth? Nah.
That's it. No, that's the thing that does it for you.
Hey, man, you know how we were in high school, man. Y'all clown people for anything. It'd be something small.
You would have got clowned.
It'd be like regular life stuff that we be clowning people for. And I was like, I ain't telling these dudes nothing. Y'all ain't gonna know nothing about this.
It would have been a big elaborate story how you got your tooth knocked out.
Yeah, I had to go. I had to go a whole week until I got a permanent. So yeah, I didn't know. I don't know how I was getting away with it, but did nobody know?
You didn't talk to nobody all week? You just sending text messages?
Nah, I was just act normal, man. We was there. We was in school.
This was during the season?
It was during school. It was during the school year. Did nobody know?
I wasn't there. I was gone.
Dude, one time the temporary fell out my mouth before we had to get on the bus at school for the game. We had a game. I called my mom. I said, I need you to hurry up and get the paste because for the temporary one, they give you this paste to keep it in your mouth. I was like, I don't have any more paste. I thought I could make it all day. Tooth came out. I got it up there, holding it up there with my tongue and my lips, holding that tooth up there. I called my mom. I said, I need you to hurry up and bring me this. We gotta get on the bus, man. We get ready to go. I was about to tell Cody, hey man, I'll just meet y'all up there.
Hey man, your mama was a G, boy. She
came up there.
I'm like, hey man, you better get on that bus, man.
Well, all y'all on there? Shoot, y'all are not about to clown me before the game.
G. My mom would have just laughed and hung up the phone.
Yeah. Like, all right, you be all right.
I would have just went home.
You better get your snack or two on the bus.
I was like, nah, man. Y'all are not about to clown me. I've learned my lesson about y'all clowning me. Nick got me one time in middle school, and I ain't never... I tried my best. Boy, when I messed up my hairline...
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, I messed up my hairline. Nick clowned me so bad. I was like, everybody else wasn't that bad. It was just Nick. Nick just made it worse. Everybody, you get the normal looks. Like, everybody look at you like, oh, okay, yeah, he messed up. Because I had a hat on, and one of the teachers made me take it off. Because we couldn't have a hat on in class. And I'm like, dude, why are you going to make me take this hat off?
Nick is secretly one of the most evil people I've ever met.
Nick is horrible, man. He won't let you live, man.
Yeah, I will, man. Don't believe that.
No, you be clowning people in secret, like right in front of their face. In college, like I literally would have to hold my tongue because Nick would just be straight clowning, like they have no clue. Y'all serious right now?
I was like, come on, man, let me live, man, let me live. He's like, nah. And
I was listening to him egg on conversations last 20, 30 minutes long, and like literally he's just clowning the whole time. I'm like, y'all really gonna keep asking this boy questions?
Yeah, they keep going.
And Nick keep asking me like, what happened, man? What happened?
Right.
I was like, man, I gotta keep telling you what happened. He's like,
why you sneeze or you do the front or something?
Nah, man, it was just one of the things where I was just trying to edge myself up, and you know how you just don't get it right. You keep messing with it. You keep messing with it.
Trying to go back a little bit more.
Yep. And next thing you know, that hairline. Boy, I'm so glad social media wasn't around. Woo, I'll be going viral right now with that hairstyle. It's like one of them bad haircuts, man. I couldn't wait till my hair grew back. I should have just shaved it.
Yeah,
that might have made it worse.
You think it'll make it worse? What made it worse was I had a stocking cap on in 100-degree weather. That's cool.
It wouldn't have been so bad if you wouldn't have tried to cover it up.
Man, I needed a bandana or something, man. Come on, bro. Man, wasn't no Beijing back then.
Regular hat, though. Regular hat.
I could have spray painted my hairline or something, man.
You can't be looking like Drew
Spice
Gooden.
Adams, the Beijing King.
Yeah. Not Drew Gooden, no, Carlos Boozer.
Oh, dude, I heard Carlos Boozer. They did an interview on the Brilliant Idiots, not Brilliant Idiots, but the Flagrant 2 podcast. They had Carlos Boozer on there, and they asked him about that because they were just crying, laughing about that. Bro. Carlos Boozer said he tried to wash that out multiple times before that game. He could not get it out of his head. I was like, are you kidding me? He said he could not get it out. That's the only reason he still had. He said he tried to wash that out.
I don't believe that.
He said it, man. And they was like, dude, he said multiple times trying to wash that out and couldn't get it out.
He must
if you think about it, he telling the truth because he played that game and he was sweating. That stuff did not start running or anything in his head.
I don't know, man. I done went to the barber when that stuff first came out. And, yeah, man, it's probably still out because I'm gonna wash my head after I leave the barber anyway.
Right.
Wash my head, that stuff gone.
It's different stuff out there though.
Yeah,
he had that permanent marker.
He had something on there, but you know he played that game, and he was sweating, and none of that stuff came out.
He probably wiping his head during timeouts.
Nothing coming off.
Well, you don't want to smear all over your face, like that just make it worse. Then you really getting clowned.
Say, don't nobody touch me.
I don't know. I don't think he tried that hard.
Yeah. All right, man. I think we might just leave it there for today, man. And we're going to pick this back up next week. We're going to see if we can get all four of us in here this time and not just three, or we might just turn this whole thing into just three of us. Maybe. I don't know.
Sad times.
We're gonna have a special episode, a farewell episode to Marcus. We're gonna say our condolences. We're gonna have the yesterday song playing in the background.
You gotta play all his highlight clips.
His highlight clips. All 2 episodes that he was in.
Yeah.
I think we're on like episode 14 or something right now. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody joining us. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel at The Wood Unsafe Space. Also on iTunes at The Wood Unsafe Space. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you got any questions, comments, topics that you want us to discuss, give you our opinion on it. Make sure you DM us, leave comments. You know, let us know what's up, what's going on out there. Nick, what you got?
Buy houses. You can follow us down the link on Facebook. You got probate, foreclosure, any type of situation, we can handle it. You can reach me at 682-231-1280. That's it.
All right, Brent, what you
got? Check out Fearless Millennials on Instagram. You can go to my Instagram page at bking. We'll have some big stuff coming along pretty soon, so just keep a lookout.
But all right, man. Yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah.